Tim Callahan. I'm the Senior Vice President for Global Security and the Chief Security Officer at Aflac. How important is effective key and certificate management to cybersecurity? And I believe that it's essential to be able to know where your certificates are, where that they're current, that you have an inventory so that if something happens, you can quickly find and replace, and also to make sure that they're not expiring or impact production of the company. So it's essential, in my opinion, that you have some solution that will manage that end-to-end for you. What are the potential impacts of weak key and certificate management? Well, potentially, you could have in your environment a certificate that was actually placed by a criminal trying to get access to your environment to breach it, to transfer information out of it. So, I mean, that's a pretty immediate impact. Also, just from a productivity standpoint, if you have an online presence and your certificate expires and then your customers can't get to your site because of an expired certificate, or even if they can and you get that nasty little warning that comes up saying that this site has an expired certificate, that can be reputational harm. So it can hurt your public image as well as hurt productivity and cost the business. So what are the top 3 mistakes organization makes with key and certificate management? That's interesting. I've never categorized the mistakes, but one is not knowing where they are. 2, not knowing the strength and currency of them. And then 3, because they don't know where they are, if they have to do an emergency change, it becomes almost a discovery effort. First, to find out, do we even have the certificate that the vulnerability might have been published about? And then, how do we replace it quickly? So I think those are the top 3 concerns. I would recommend that they look at it differently and they start looking at key and certificate management as a business imperative. It's like security in general now. It used to be seen as an IT problem, and now most companies, especially financial services companies, retail companies, are now seeing security as a business imperative. And I think key and certificate management is an essential element of that. Also, it can deliver back to the business a capability. For instance, we've put certificates on all of our authorized devices so that we can disallow anything that doesn't have a certificate. And through that, we've strengthened our security, but we also have used it as a second factor so that employees, when they're logging in through VPN, their experience is a lot easier than having to pull a token out or insert a second factor.